Good morning, good people. I'm Father Joseph Mary, and today is the feast of St. Padre Pio, or as the liturgical calendar refers to him, Pio of Pietrelcina. Padre Pio was a Capuchin friar and a priest who lived most of his life at the friary in the small town of San Giovanni Rotondo. He was a man possessed of many charismatic gifts. He had the odor of sanctity. People often said they could smell the scent of roses when they were around him. He could bilocate, being in two places at once. He could read souls, bringing to mind to penitents sins they had forgotten. And of course, Padre Pio had the stigmata, the wounds of Christ in his hands and his feet. Now, if you've ever seen photos of Padre Pio, he often seems to have a perpetual scowl on his face. There are stories told of his somewhat gruff manner in dealing with penitents who weren't truly sorry, and especially in dealing with the curious who just wanted a glimpse of his stigmata. But if you've spent any time reading about the life of Padre Pio, and especially his letters, you quickly realize that there was much more to the man than the stern exterior. He had a simple and childlike joy that bordered on wonder, and he had a surprisingly witty sense of humor. For instance, when an Italian actor and singer, Carlo Campanini, told his doctor that he was going to see Padre Pio, the disinterested doctor replied that Padre Pio got the stigmata because he fixated too much on the crucifixion. So when Campanini saw Padre Pio the next day, Pio told him, "When you see your doctor, tell him to think intensely about being an ox, and let's see if he grows horns." On another occasion, he joked 3 things are useless in life: washing a donkey's head, adding water to the ocean, and preaching to nuns, friars, and priests. One day, after hearing a priest give a particularly long homily, Pio was asked by the preacher what he thought of his sermon. He replied, "Good, but if you kept on much longer, you'd be talking to yourself." Like all the saints, despite his difficulties and sufferings, there was an undercurrent of joy that pervaded Padre Pio's whole life. In everything that he did, he tried to love Jesus as much as he could. And this is the secret to joy. So let's try to live that secret out in our lives today, no matter what circumstances we may find ourselves in, to love Jesus as much as we can.